Hi, my name's Leonardo Gallo, and I'm going to be your host for my Psychology Final project. As a side note, most of my experiences with the pandemic have been in Starbucks. The communication climate. The atmosphere at work was stressful when we heard COVID-19 was heading our way, but there were positive or confirming messages regardless. Everyone was valued, endorsed by the higher ups, and our manager assured us that everything would be fine. During the height of the quarantine, some of my coworkers were sending out negative or disconfirming messages, most likely due to stress. They were complaining about customers piling up at the drive-thru, even though they should all be home. A coworker was even fired because they complained about customers and posted it online. Decision making, leadership, social influence, conformity, and obedience. In the Starbucks I work at, the manager, being the leader, leans a bit to the authoritarian side of the spectrum when it comes to sales and work. When COVID-19 happened, many of my coworkers wanted the store to close because we were considered essential workers. According to BuzzFeed News, few employers have been left or have left more staffers on the front lines than Starbucks. Interviews with more than 70 of them reveal that an atmosphere of chaos, fear, and confusion at branches around the country. The manager, alongside corporate, were adamant on keeping the store open during a pandemic. Many people were nonconformists when it came to wearing masks, which resulted in the spread of the virus. Relational and group dynamics. During COVID, many customers supported the workers. Some were even empathetic. I managed to make friends with my coworkers because we were all caught up in the same situation. We need money and we're essential workers. We shared similar ideas with each other and are sticking with one another until the end of the pandemic. Conflict and conflict resolution. Starbucks was made drive-through only. According to the New York Times, in a statement on Sunday, the company said it was temporarily pausing the use of all seating, including both the cafe and patio areas, in its locations in the United States and Canada. At work, there were many situations where we had to cut the drive-through line because we were closing. Many people didn't like that, and there was a lot of interpersonal conflict. I'd avoid conflict by working continuously like I was a robot, because if I didn't ignore impatient people, then I would be fired by now because I slugged one in the face. Complete fact. Normally, Starbucks would be more accommodating towards the customers. Since COVID, that changed, and we have to be serious about the rules. Healing and groups. Recently, all Starbucks workers had to sit through training to talk about how we feel about the pandemic. We were grouped up and we got to talk about how we feel, like a group therapy session. Everyone was altruistic and cohesive with each other. We shared our frustrations and talked about empathy, putting ourselves in the shoes of other people who frustrate us. The Starbucks Corporation is now heading towards opening up the store again to try to get back to normalcy. According to CNBC, Starbucks is preparing to reopen cafes as some US states report that the number of new coronavirus cases have plateaued or even declined. Intergroup and intragroup dynamics. When COVID-19 was declared a pandemic by W Oh my gosh. When COVID-19 was declared a pandemic, oh my lord. When COVID-19 was declared a pandemic by WHO, a public health campaign started. While everyone supported the idea of social distancing and wearing masks as a group, people were doing the exact opposite, leading to the spread of the virus. I personally practice social distancing with only strangers. At first, I didn't want to wear a mask because I would be one of the only people wearing one. When everyone else was wearing a mask, I also wore one. And that's the end. Thank you for watching. And here the works cited. Thank you. Have a good day.